Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of November 24th, and Shadowlands is here. Uh, so excited for this. So this week video is going to be about Shadowlands, of course, because that is what is up this week in Shadowlands. Thanksgiving is this week, so happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And that means Pokemon's Bounty is going on this week. I highly doubt that's going to be done very much, and everything is going to probably revolve around leveling, gearing, finding secrets, finding new things, professions, all that kind of fun stuff. And so in this video, I'm going to kind of just go over some of the things to do this week, this very first week. Now, not everybody is like me, like a crazy person who schedules everything around the expansion coming out and is going to hopefully ding 60 in 6 hours or less. That would be ideal, and I definitely think that can happen for me, especially seeing some other people's timed runs and stuff. I definitely think that's possible, but not everybody's that case. So first of all, obviously the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to level. Just for the complete novice, you're going to be starting off going to the Maw. There's no mounts there. You can use potions at level 50, like speed potions and stuff. You can use glider kits. Those will come in handy for a few times, specifically in the Maw, where you could use a shortcut by jumping down off of things. And so those things are usable there. After the Maw, you're going to hit up Bastion, and then Maldraxxus, Ardenweld, Revendreth, in that order. A good breakpoint, honestly. So let's say you're not trying to level up in one sitting. A really good breakpoint is Maldraxxus. Somewhere in Maldraxxus when you start feeling bored, because for me personally, and personal tastes vary, of course. So you might have a different experience than me, but Maldraxxus, every time I leveled on, I leveled on 2 or 3 different classes as well. And Maldraxxus was just the least fun for me every time. So if you start to get bored in the middle of Maldraxxus, and you're not going to make it the whole night anyways, or the whole way to 60 anyways, that's probably a really good place to take a break. Other than that, I would encourage you to at least finish Bastion. It kind of flows really well. So there's unless you only have like an hour to play or something, in which case just try to power through the Maw and get that done. So you have War Mode versus non-War Mode to consider as well. Do you want to deal with ganking at all? Usually, if you stay with the very front of the pack, it's not that bad. But if you're back even like a half hour, an hour, it could be a little bit messy. Obviously, there's more Horde than Alliance, so it's not much of a decision for the Horde. But for Alliance, that could be a decision for you that you have to make, because what's faster, have that experience bonus, or in dying all the time, or not dying at all but not having the bonus. And those are the things you kind of have to weigh as far as that goes. Once we hit 60 though, now we have all kinds of other crap to do essentially. So you won't be able to do anything until the reset. So if you're power leveling, you won't be able to do anything until the reset. But once the reset hits, and all of a sudden you can do regular mythic dungeons, not mythic plus, but regular mythic dungeons. You can, so that would allow you to get the intro gear to start doing mythic pluses and stuff. I believe that's the case. And then you'll be able to start doing your renown, which is your covenant rep, if you want to call it that, which unlocks everything, which is very important. It is capped per week, so you don't have to worry about rushing it too much, because there's only so much you can do per week. You can also then enter Torghast after the reset, so you're going to want to do that. When you're in Torghast, you can start collecting your soul ash. You'll need this currency to craft your legendaries. So legendaries are crafted, and you'll want to get started in that process pretty much immediately. So that way you are, even if you're a casual player, that way you can have the general power level that everyone else has. So if you're not crafting legendaries, you will be dramatically weaker most likely. Although legendaries are not too overpowered, they are a nice DPS increase, so, or healing increase, or taking advantage. They have different abilities, but so definitely recommend you getting into Torghast, pushing that as high as you can go early on, getting your soul ash, and just having fun with that. Other than that, so you have renown. Should be world quests available as well, even before the reset. So that's a way to get a little bit of gear, just maybe some slight upgrades here and there on gear, because it'll at least still be max level gear, which should, even if you're like me and you're in full, like, really really good gear, it could still be upgrades for you easily with the with the World Quest stuff that you'll be able to get. So those could be out. So those are things you could do as well. I typically would say this as far as that goes. Obviously, you want to do them for the rewards, like eventually renown and stuff like that. But early on in the process, it's no shame in getting a 5 or 10 item level upgrade from a world quest. If you go just scroll through all the world quests, you see one gives you some pants, and they're like 10 item levels higher, and they're really good stats for you. Go do that world quest. I know some people really hate doing world quests, but I do, pick your spots with them at least, and go get the rewards that are there for you. Trying to think of anything else really. I mean, those are the basic things we're going to be working on this very first week. Obviously, could be secrets in the game. There could be toys, profession grinding. I didn't even mention that, I guess. You could be grinding up your professions. You're going to want to do that because to do crafting of legendaries, you're going to need items from actual professions to do that. And those will be hot tickets on the auction house, especially early on. So you'll want to do that. I'm sure inscription will be a hit, as it is normally is at the beginning of expansions, and even patches a lot of times, and all kinds of stuff like that. So there's all kinds of stuff to do no matter what kind of player you are, no matter how high end or low end you are. For me, it'll probably be mostly focused on gearing and then putting out like videos and stuff. But for even the most casual player, it could be doing world quests, getting their professions up. Maybe you want to maybe you're like, hey, I just want to make a lot of gold, so I'm gonna craft a bunch of this stuff to sell in the auction house early on and make a ton of gold, and that's an option for you as well. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can be doing this week. We should have no worries of lack of things to do for probably a month or two at least, until things settle down a little bit. At that point, maybe you have 1 or 2 characters at max level, and maybe you're a little bit settled down a little bit into more of your normal play style, but tons of stuff to do for the first couple months at least. If you're a casual player, that's going to extend more than 2 months, I'm sure. So definitely super excited. I'm ready to go. Got everything ready to go. Schedule cleared, and I am just super pumped. I'll make sure I'll actually do a video right after I ding 60. I thought about maybe trying to stream on YouTube my leveling, but I'm not going to. I haven't set up any practice thing. I honestly have never streamed on YouTube really, so I haven't set up anything to like practice or see if it's quality or not. So I'm not even gonna bother. But I will post a video right after I ding 60 to kind of talk about that a little bit, and hopefully that'll be, if it happens that night, that would be great. So it would be now tomorrow night. If that happens, I'll be tomorrow night from when I'm recording this, I should say. So it would be this morning as of when this video comes out. So hopefully that does happen. No server crashes, and I'll let you know my experience and how it went and how fun that was. So as always, I do ask you to subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.